All right, how are we looking here? Looks like we got video and we got it real quickly there on that occasion. A lot of times it takes a little while for it to pop in. Just a few seconds, but there's normally a delay where there's a black screen. Okay, well, let's see here. If I'm not mistaken, it is not capturing game audio. There we go. Once I clicked in, it did. Okay, I just updated OBS. So, anyway, welcome to the channel, everybody. I am Aesop Grimm. If you've been a follower of this channel, you will have noticed I haven't uploaded or streamed anything for like 3 weeks. It's like I got done with Elden Ring and then just sort of fell off the map, and that's because what I was streaming was WoW Wrath of the Lich King with my hunter. But I've been playing almost exclusively WoW SOD with a little bit of Helldivers. And now that I think about it, I have streamed Helldivers a little bit, but Helldivers has its own problems with connectivity for me. So it's not the most reliable game. I do have a blast with it, and I'll be streaming that some more, I would imagine. But I am having a lot of fun with World of Warcraft Season of Discovery. I have not streamed this game because, quite frankly, I wasn't comfortable with it. Because I was in a guild, and I can't explain to you why, but it changes the dynamic for me. See, like right now, I'm not talking to my guildies. I'm narrating this video. I'm talking to you guys. And because I'm a new player, well, like I'm a returning player after a lot of time off, and the game has changed so much, I might as well be a new player. I was a casual even back in the day, even though I played a lot. And so I don't know a lot about what I'm doing, and especially whenever I get into raids with my guild, I am not good. I'm explaining that up front. I'm not good, but I'm trying to do the best that I possibly can so that I don't counterweight my team. And it's hard to stream and narrate while also focusing on all the things that I'm learning how to do, So I think that's why I haven't streamed it so far. But for today, at least on this Easter Sunday, happy Easter, by the way, everybody. There is a reason for Easter, and it's a great day for me, that I don't know. It's like I do this during Christmas also. These are just fantastic times for me. It's a lot of feel good. So I'm going to be playing I'm going to be prepping for phase 3. I'm in the middle of doing that, so I just kind of on a whim decided to bring this live stream up. So I think I've kind of talked a lot, and we need to just start getting to it. So here's my characters. I have level 26 priest. He hasn't done any raids at all. He hasn't done a whole lot outside of solo leveling, but he is my enchanter and my tailor. I have a level 40 paladin. I love that name, especially for a paladin, especially because this guy started out as retribution. But currently I am a Shakadin. So we're going to be jumping onto this guy and running with him for a little bit. I have ramped up. This is easily my most geared player. Easily. He has gotten carried through Nomuragon. I don't tank. I'm a DPS warrior, but he has tank gear. In addition to having DPS gear, because he's been to so many Nomuragons and my guild has carried me. I'm not total dead weight. I'm mid. That's what I would say. I'm mid. But I just got the rocket cleaver thermoplugs two-handed weapon, the epic one, like yesterday. So I think we're going to do one more run on Monday, and I think he's going to do a lot better, because for warriors that weapon matters a lot, right? I've learned that. I have some good guys in the guild that I've learned a lot from for both my paladin and my warrior. And when it comes to healing, I've got someone in my guild. She's an outstanding healer. She actually mained a hunter in phase 1, but she's a very good healer, and she's helped me in that area too. This is my rogue. In phase 3, rogues look like they're going to be absolutely nuts. And so this guy's level 25, and this might be the third character I level up. Number 1 is this guy right here. Number 2, this guy here. And I'm thinking number 3 will be this guy. because yeah, Phase 3 rogues look like they could do some pretty crazy things in the DPS area. I was trying to decide which one do I want to do for a, what do you call them, a farming character. And I think I've settled on Hunter because everybody I talk to that has a Hunter loves them. Now that's significant to me because that includes the ranged hunters. Okay, I know there's a couple people in my guild that are ranged hunters. They love their hunters. That's saying a lot because the current meta, far and away, is melee hunter. So they are playing a non-meta spec that is significantly less damage, and they're still having a blast doing it. In fact, one of them consistently, she's in our group too, which is what I'm part of. She's consistently on top of the DPS charts as a ranged hunter. So that made my mind up for me. But I was kind of going back and forth between, do I want an AoE mage or do I want a hunter? And hearing these people talk about their hunters, I think I've just decided I'm going to stick to the hunter. So that's how I'm set up. We're going to go ahead and jump in on Trump now. And what I'm trying to do currently is to get the rest of his runes in preparation of Phase 3. You know what? I need to do something, I think, as like just a cautionary thing. What could we do? How about a picture of a WoW Paladin icon? I don't know, we'll do that. And look up an image if I can find one. Wow, all of these are square images, and I wanted kind of a rectangle. This sucks. Okay. You're going to have to bear with me, guys. Boop, 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 boop. I do apologize. Let's try this way. Wow. Paladin. I was using Brave browser, and that browser just really, frankly, it sucks whenever you're looking for images. It sucks. It's not that it's decent or that it's just kind of bad. No, it's trash. It just sucks. So I got to bring up Google and find one there. Here we go. Oh, that's not a rectangle either. Here's a picture of some dude's paladin. We're going to use that. And I want to save that to my desktop. Okay, so now I have to import that. I want to cover up my chat. Image, there we go. Oh, shoot, I'm a knucklehead. I could have just, let's use that. Hold on. I've got one I can use. That's a little bit more generic, and then that way I can just use it for no matter what character I'm on. Okay. Scale this down. More dots. Need more dots. Oh, I don't even have any chat on the window. There we go. About like that. Okay. And now I need to drag my OBS over to my second screen. Now we're finally ready to go. This fucking amateur stream that I'm doing. Okay. I suppose I should show you my spec. Well, let's bring this back up. So I'm at 16 of 18 runes, and currently I am looking for, what was this rune called? I'm doing the Dark Riders for it's a Shakaden rune. Wow, SOD Paladin runes. I'm going to Zakify. It is Infusion of Light. That's the rune that I'm looking for. So I've got 16 of 18, and I'm working on number 17 right now. You can see my stats here. Let's go over the gear real quick. I have the Spark Metal Coif, Voidwalker Brooch, Shimmering Shoulder Pads, Glowing Lizard Scale Cloak, the Shifting Silver Breastplate, a formal white shirt, a Guild Tabard, Hydraxian Bangles. The rune I'm using over here is Divine Storm currently. I know that's not your typical Shakaden thing, but I'm out in the world soloing, right? Solo, not questing, but I'm doing world stuff. Then I've got the Knight's Gauntlets of the Bear with Crusader Strike on them. I've got Jouster's Girdle with Sheath of Light, Scarlet Leggings with Exorcist, Silver Hand Sabatons with the Art of War. I'm rocking an Iron Spine's Eye and a Silver Lane's Family Seal. And I've got Eridan's Sigil up for this quest, and I've got the Avenger's Void Pearl with the plus 18 attack power and plus 10 shadow resist. Using Vanquisher's Sword from RFD with the plus 28 attack power. From what I understand with Shakaden, you actually want as fast of a sword as you can get, but that plus 28 attack power is just a lot to, with the 30 DPS, that's a lot to pass up. So it's a little bit slower sword, but Aegis of the Scarlet Commander is the shield. So for the talents, I am 31 talents into the Holy Tree. Nothing into Prot and nothing into Retribution. So I got this from a guildie. What this allows me to do is this is a kind of Shakaden spec that lets you be a main healer, and it'll allow you to off-tank raid content. And you can main tank dungeon content. So it gives me flexibility to do both. But I'm learning both of those roles. We might do a little bit of that today. Practice at Scarlet Monastery. But I got 5 of 5 Divine Strength, 5 of 5 Divine Intellect, 5 of 5 Improved Seal of Righteousness, 3 of 3 into Healing Light, 1 into Consecration. I skipped Spiritual Focus, Improved Lay on Hands, and Unyielding Faith. I took 5 of 5 into Illumination. I am missing Improved Blessing of Wisdom. If I was going pure healer, I would want this one, and I would want this one. I had to give those up to make this spec work. And I've got the Divine Favor. I almost never use that. I need to find a way to macro that in or something. But that's more for like healing. Well, it can be used with my Holy Shock also. Then I got 5 of 5 into Holy Power and 1 of 1 into Holy Shock. So I am on my way over to Dustwallow Marsh. I've done 2. Let's go ahead and buff this guy too. There we go. I forgot I didn't have... these are not mouse overs anymore because I can't figure out how to make them mouse overs and then have, whenever I hold shift, they change to different ones. If I could find out how to get both of those into the same macro, that would be perfect, where you buff somebody if you have them selected, or if you mouse over somebody, it buffs them, and I can have the shift and alt modifiers if I need to, because that's how I manage this stuff. I have them on these 3 buttons. That's 6 different blessings. Well, it looks like 5 different ones. All taken care of right there, which gives me room on my bar for everything else. But try as I might, I have not been able to make that happen so far. I've looked up a bunch of different things and tried a bunch of different things, just can't seem to get it done. I run with Blessing of Wisdom in order to keep my mana up rather than Blessing of Might. And I need to compress one of my windows. I just got done eating, so forgive me if I end up burping into the mic. Okay, I can close these out, actually. There we go. I went off the beaten path. There we go. Okay, I've got chats up for all of the platforms I stream on. And I'm a small YouTuber, so I don't get a lot of interaction. So if you type a comment and I somehow miss it, I've got it placed where my peripheral vision should pick it up, but sometimes I really dial into my main screen, and if I miss it, I'm sorry. That's just, I'm not in great practice of looking over and checking chat, because a lot of times I'm really just kind of talking to myself and narrating for people who watch it in the future. And it is Easter, so not expecting a whole lot of people to be on. So once again, I have gotten 2 of the Dark Riders done. Oh, you know what? I need to bring that page up. Oh, also, hold on. I need to check and make sure I'm streaming well on YouTube and Twitch, so I can close those channels out. Oh, there's Twitch with the echo. Okay. So Twitch looks good. YouTube is coming up. YouTube looks good. Kick also looking good. Okay, so now I will type in again, WoW SOD Paladin runes. Bring up Zakify. Go to Infusion of Light. Okay, so I've done Deadwind Pass and I've done Duskwood, and I'm on my way to coordinates 7029 in Swamp of Sorrows. If I remember right, it's spiders. Somewhere around spiders. You can see I do have this Rested XP guide up. I'm not using it, of course. I'm level 40. I don't know about that guide. Sometimes I feel like I go faster on my own, but that's maybe the one area in World of Warcraft that I am kind of comfortable with, because back in the day, like I told you earlier, I was a casual, but I did play a lot. And one of the things that I did, like WoW helped me unwind. And I was at a point in my life where unwinding was really critically important for me to be like remain functional at work and stuff. So one of the things that kind of made me, you know, feel at peace was just the leveling process. So I would level characters 1 to 60 all the time. And I got pretty good at it. And because I did it so often, that stuck in my long-term memory. So I don't necessarily know what quests to do, but I kind of know the mechanics of how to do it. Like you want to get an area that has a lot of quests to give, then go out and do a bunch of them, and don't turn quests in until you have a whole boatload of them all done, then turn them all in at once, and that's how you keep your XP per hour up. It's stuff like that I understand the concept pretty well. So I'm kind of back and forth on that Rested XP guide. Sometimes I find it to be beneficial towards me, especially maybe with runes and stuff. Other times it feels like I could have done it faster myself. And it'll feel like that while I'm using the guide. Like it's a little bit up and down. So I don't know, but I had that one loaded up for my my mage, and I haven't unticked it in my add-ons. I wonder if I could do that from here. Add-ons. Oh yeah, I can. Let's just go ahead and remove that so that it doesn't take up screen real estate. All right, and we're looking for 70, 29. 70, 29. Where's that going to be at? 70's about out here, and then 29. Yeah. Yeah, that's where I remember going. Okay, so we're going to go straight ahead then. Well, probably stay on the road. Leave me alone. That dude's smacking me with his fishing pole. No. So I'm fairly new to this spec, so I don't always understand everything that's going on. Like my guy just shot his hand in the air. Something happened there. I think what it was is this procced. Yeah, I'm almost positive because he turned purple. I think it's that this procced. But I've seen other times where I've caught like big heals or something, and I'm not exactly sure how that's happening. Maybe I accidentally put seal of light on the mob for the example that I'm thinking of whenever I thought that I had a different seal on, something like that. But the point being, I'm learning this spec. There should probably be jaguars up ahead. Oh, there's some people here. That will help clear areas out, I think. I believe this island right here is what I'm looking for. My coordinates down here in the bottom left show me at 7923. Well, that's too far, isn't it? It is too far. Okay, this island right here is what I'm looking for. Feels like there's a little bit of delay there for some reason in my actions. I hear stealthed cats nearby. Says that he's right over here, actually. Exorcism, Holy Shock, Crusader Strike, Divine Storm, Crusader Strike, Exorcism. Where did that stealth come from? That was close and I didn't see it. He got Wild Generation off, another Crusader Strike, Exorcism. Okay, and then I'll Holy Light myself, like Flash of Light. Okay. Okay, I can call him up. I don't think I can solo this guy, but I'll try. I'll try. Minimize this stuff. Exorcism, Holy Shock, Divine Storm, Crusader Strike, throw down Consecrate again. There is definitely a delay happening. Holy Shock, Exorcism followed by Holy Shock. I need to heal. That delay's killing me, man. I don't know if that has something to do with me streaming, because things down here look, well, it is yellow. Holy Shock, Exorcism that acted like a casted spell instead of an instant. Come on, buddy. One more. Okay, get Seal of Wisdom back up on this guy so I can continue to regenerate mana. I renewed my Exorcism and Holy Shock, so I used those. Another Crusader Strike for mana. Throw another heal. Slowly whittling him down. It is working. Throw down a Consecration. Another heal. You can see my heals are pretty decent, I would say. So I did. I was able to solo him. Well, that's interesting. That's in bad gear too. Like, well, it's not trash gear. It's like I'm on my way to pre-bis, I'd say. But I don't think I'd call it good gear. All right, the next place I need to go is Arathi Highlands. Oh, you want to tangle with me after I just took down an elite? Okay. Oh, I don't even have a seal on. Man, that's my bad. See, that's what I mean by noob. Those are things that should be habitual by this point in time, but I play my warrior a lot, so I'm one of those people that's like a creature of habit. I get into a rhythm, so it's kind of a really bad mismatch for how I operate internally to also be an altaholic. But it is what it is. So I play my warrior and my paladin quite a lot. And oh, you know what else is going on? I'm giving myself too much of a hard time. Because I've been ret for most of the time, and whenever I'm ret, this button right here, Shift Q, is Seal of Command. And I would spam that a lot. Whenever I'm actually tanking as a Shakadin, I have Seal of Martyrdom right here. That's sitting right here. And I just changed this up. You can actually see maybe that it's called SOC. That's because it's the same macro. I just replaced Seal of Command with Seal of Martyrdom whenever I respec. So that typically goes right here. And I don't really honestly remember where I put Consecration. if that's the case, that's something I'll have to figure out what I want to do there. It might be that I take this button right here, Divine Favor, and I macro that in to both of these so that it just automatically casts it off cooldown. The only thing is, obviously you lose control for whenever you're like, I could really use a crit heal right now. You know, so I'm kind of like, maybe I should macro it to Holy Shock, actually. It works on Holy Shock? Yes, it does. I probably ought to do that. And then that'll free up a slot for me to put maybe Consecration right here. So these are the things I think about while I'm riding around. So anyway, the upshot being, the reason I was explaining all that is that I'm not used to using these for my seal. I'm used to that button being right here, and it's like a normal part of my rotation. Because they work differently. These two here, as long as you put the seal on and then you keep hitting them, it refreshes automatically. So I have Seal of Wisdom here and Seal of Light. And I probably need to experiment with whether or not I want to use... if I'm using Seal of Wisdom, I don't really think I need Blessing of Wisdom. Maybe I would if I was a healer. Darn it, why do I keep... What is going on? What did I just pop? I popped Farging Lay on Hands. Shift D. That's what... Holy crap, man. That's an hour cooldown. See, this is why I don't stream SOD very much, because a lot of times I'm working with guildies and I need all of my brain attention for what I'm doing. You just saw right there, just a little bit of brain attention gone because I'm narrating and talking and stuff, and I do stupid stuff. So, man, what's up, AFK? Yeah, thank you for the comment, man. I appreciate it, bro. I've been playing for a few months now. I started late November, but before that, I was 14 years gone from the game. So, it's almost like a new game. It's a familiar setting, but there's so many new mechanics and stuff added, especially with Season of Discovery. They add abilities and stuff from later expansions through runes. But what was I saying? I need to toy around with, instead of using Blessing of Wisdom, because I'm using Seal of Wisdom, maybe go with Blessing of Light. With the Shakadin spec I have, I'm already good at heals. My gear's not real conducive to it, but my talent tree is. And it beefs up my heal spells. And then you throw this on there on top of that, places a blessing on the friendly target, increasing the effects of holy light spells used on the target by up to 210. And the effect flash of light spells used on the target by up to 60. Lasts for 10 minutes. You know, yada, yada, yada. So I can get some monster heals on myself. Where's that flight path at? Am I on the wrong side of town? Sometimes I do that. Directionally challenged. Here it is, okay. So we're going to take off for Arathi Highlands. Right here.
Farewell.
Where are we going there? 6242. Oh man, Patches was on his way to Darkshire. I wonder if I would have been able to tank him. I don't think so. I just beat that Dark Rider solo, but I don't think I could handle Patches. He hits like a truck. Eight minutes, man. 8 minutes of flight time. Oh, my goodness. All right. Well, I can analyze this. So, is there anything here I would not need? There's not really. Okay, whenever I hit Alt, that's where my Blessing of Salvation is. So I have Righteous Fury, and then whenever I hit Alt, it switches to Blessing of Salvation. Purify, yeah. I'm really starting to think. You know what? I might have put it here. My Seal of Martyrdom. Because you basically use that in place of Seal of Righteousness. And then that would allow me to have full control over when I pop Divine Favor. I don't have Martyrdom right now, right? Yeah, I've got Divine Storm on. Oh, it's not going to show me the tooltip because I don't have it equipped. Where is Martyrdom? Is that a ret? Prot? I have to. There we go. I have to use this area. Fills you with Holy Spirit for 30 seconds, causing each of your melee attacks to deal 57% weapon damage to your target. Yeah, so this is kind of a big damage thing. But you lose health equal to 10%, right, of the damage inflicted. While this seal is active, your party and raid members within 40 yards each gain mana equal to 20% damage you take from this seal. So you're inflicting extra damage. You're getting 10% of the total of that damage reflected back onto you, and then 20% of that 10% is fed back into your party and raid members as mana. Do you benefit from that as well? I think maybe no, but I could test it. Unleashing this seal's energy will judge an enemy instantly, causing 97% weapon damage at the cost of health equal to 10% of the damage inflicted. Yeah, so it's part of your normal damage rotation. Would that be better than Divine Storm? It does hurt me, though. Whenever I'm solo, I don't know if I want that. An instant weapon attack that causes 110% of weapon damage to up to 4 enemies within 8 yards. And it heals up to 3 party or raid members. Well, I think that does heal me also. So I'm guessing that the Seal of Martyrdom, because it reads the same way, actually does benefit you. Totaling 25% of the damage caused. I think whenever I'm solo, Divine Storm is the way to go. Maybe not against most stuff, because most stuff I can just kind of pile drive through, but things like that Dark Rider that I just soloed. I don't think I don't know how. I would have burned the Dark Rider down faster. But I'm burning myself down at the same time. I don't know if that would have been such a great way to go. I don't know. I can work this out a couple different ways in my mind. You know, for one thing, because of my spec, I'm good at healing. I guess let's give it a try. We can test it. I've soloed one using Divine Storm. So it is like a little bit of a double whammy. I'm getting rid of bonus healing from Divine Storm and taking on a talent that does more damage to me. So I'm going from plus health, not to a neutral 0, but to a negative health. So if you were to plot that on a number line, the gap is double. You got the hit from this, and then you got the hit from the other one also. So your gap is actually here. You have zeros right here. That's the difference between the two. But I don't mind testing it. This is a good time to test that kind of stuff. Two minutes out. I'm thinking of using another shadowed unit frame right up here to move these two. And then that would free up some more buttons on my main bars down here. Not that I use these bars, but I glance at them. I don't know how I would hotkey them right now because I'm pretty much using everything. Maybe I could use T and Shift T. Yeah, I could definitely do that. V and Shift V, it just seems like seems like V and Shift V do something else for me. I can't remember what. I might be thinking of Helldivers. I've got the other number keys, 4, 5, and 6, also available. I'm not used to using those. Maybe I could use T, Shift T, and Alt T. I'm just kind of anticipating that Phase 3 is going to bring some more buttons to press. So freeing up some real estate over here might be helpful, and I can do that by making a 3-button shadow unit frame, putting it right here. I mean, it would be symmetrical. It would match up with these, right? So looks-wise, it would look right. Or I could design it to look right. Oh, let's go ahead and apply Seal of Martyrdom. Oh, of course, Seal of Martyrdom goes to here. It replaces Divine Storm. Duh. Okay. Okay, so where do I need to go? 6242. Which is where? Up this way. 62. It's right about here. Well, it's not very far away. And we'll try applying this Blessing of Light to myself as well instead of Seal of Wisdom. Or Blessing of Wisdom. And I will use... Oh, I can't use Seal of Wisdom. Because I'll be using Seal of Martyrdom. So I do want Blessing of Wisdom. What was that again? 70-29? No, 62-42. 50, 45, 51, 46. $45, $44. Let's get to 42 first, and then we'll dial in 60, 62. There's 42. Okay, 60. What do we have here? An iron deposit. All right, 62. $45, that's the wrong way. Right here. Well, I don't see it. It probably means he's been dropped. And I gotta wait for him. Oh, I wonder if he's been dropped recently, because there's all these dead dinosaur or raptors, and they're not skinned. This looks like farming to me. All right. Okay, so what if I led off with something like Seal of Light, and then I Martyrdom? That seems to work. So I can lead with a seal like this, and it'll keep it up while I'm spamming this. It doesn't seem to be judging. Oh, it is. No, it is judging. It just doesn't put a seal on them. Well, if I can do that, then I should be able to do Seal of Wisdom. Pop that on them. Go to Seal of Martyrdom. I don't know if that's working quite. I can see Seal of Martyrdom popping up. Here it is. But I don't see it doing that strike. 82. 90. Okay, so it is. Why won't you put a seal on it? So see, this is what I get confused by this. I have macros here that include applying the seal to myself, but also casting judgment. And it wasn't judging. And I don't know if that's because I was judging with Seal of Martyrdom, so now I can't judge Seal of Wisdom. Because if I lead off with Seal of Wisdom, there, it has applied it right there. There's the 96. So martyrdom appears to be judging as well. Okay, so, but if I start with martyrdom, and now I want to apply Seal of Wisdom, it won't do it. Spell is not ready. Well, why isn't it ready? Oh, there, it finally put it up. It took a lot, man. I had to spam the heck out of that, and I'm burning mana doing it. What's the cooldown on Judgment? Here, Judgment is available. Okay, I just popped it, so there's a cooldown. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so that's what's going on there. Why is it not judging martyrdom? So here it is on my auras, right? My weak auras. And you can see I'm applying martyrdom to myself. So that's the seal of martyrdom. But it's not judging. Okay, so I need to look at that macro. It's right here. Show tooltip, seal of martyrdom. Cast at target harm. Oh, that's for the mouse over. Do I need to put double brackets like that? Let's try that. Okay, so here's this guy right here. Let's just engage him first so that my weak auras will pop up. Okay. No. That shit is not working. I need to find out what this one, how that one reads. You have made a mistake. Okay, into my macros. Where's my Seal of Wisdom? Cast at target harm judgment. Cast Seal of Wisdom. It's the same. It's exactly the same. So perhaps I'm just not understanding how Seal of Martyrdom works. One other thing I can try. Make sure judgment is spelled right. Okay, save that. I am so out of buttons, it's just not even funny. Put Seal of Martyrdom here. And for right now, replace the trinket with Judgment. Judgment's going to be Retribution, right? Okay. So, attack. Here's the seal. Judge it. Okay, well, the judgment causes the damage. And that's how the tooltip reads, so that makes sense. Seal, judge, 125. Okay, now am I getting that out of my macro, which is here? It's not. Well, it says it is. Whenever I press it, well, that's my one-handed strike. Dude, I don't know about that, man, because I'm not seeing it go off over here. I think my macro's messed up. Apply seal. All right, watching right here. There, it used it. Has things been like that during the entire lifespan of my character? Including whenever I was doing DPS as Rhett? So my seal of command macro was broken and I wasn't actually judging? No, it wasn't, because I would see that judgment go off. On my weak aura. Okay, well, let me test wisdom. Weak aura up. I get the seal on me. It uses the judgment. Sometimes I have noticed that you gotta remake these macros from scratch. Let's get away from this bird. Doggone it. Of course you want to inconvenience. Burn this sucker down. I think it is returning mana to me because I'm really high there on mana. Okay, macros. So I'm going to actually delete. I want to delete this. I'm not even going to just start over from scratch or anything. I'm going to completely delete it. Okay, I'm going to go into Seal of Wisdom. And here's how I've seen it work in the past. You can't copy and paste. You have to type it out in your new macro. So I'm going to press new. I'm going to call this, I'm just going to call it Seal of Martyrdom for right now. Because as long as I'm this spec, I'm not running Seal of Command. Hit OK, keep the question mark. And we would do hashtag show tooltip. And then over here on this known good, /cast at target harm judgment. /cast left bracket at target harm end bracket. Let me look again. Space judgment. Space judgment. Doggone it. Bargaining vultures. Oh my god. Leave me the hell alone. Ermagerd. Alright. There we go. Judgment. Press enter. Holy freaking smokes. Save. Exit. Burn this bug down. Somebody called the rider up. That sucks. I'm gonna have to wait for a while again. Okay. Macros. SOM, press enter, and what was it? /cast, it'll be Seal of Martyrdom. And that had a at target. Harm. Okay. And then it was /start attack. Wisdom at target harm. Hold on. Of course, this would not exist because you're casting seal on yourself. Left bracket at target harm, right bracket. Save. Okay. Okay, and it does populate with the right picture, so that's usually a good sign. Pull him. Okay, so we're watching right here. Apply seal. Use judgment. Okay. And it did take a big chunk. So that is significant damage. $134. Yeah, I like that. Pretty high here on mana. I wonder if I can use this instead. Okay, also bring this back down. I don't think I need you there anymore. Whoops. Are you fighting them? Nope. Okay, now I go through the rotation. And I've got power heals on myself. Which means I really don't need to be doing anything until I get down to like mid-level. I don't really know what it's going to be like for the mana regen. Says it judged. It must have judged Seal of Martyrdom. There we go. Now we've got Seal of Wisdom up on it. Okay, that's the next thing I need to test. Man, why is this place so busy now? It was empty whenever I first got here, and now we got fools running around like, hey, this is my stuff. Want a Judgment of Wisdom, so we have it right there. Now when this judgment comes off, I want to do another judgment. Wisdom stayed on it. Okay, somebody in stealth is somewhere around. We got a whole crew of Horde. That's why it's busy. It's a party. They are probably waiting on the same thing I am. Well, they just put a portal up. Night Elf Hunter. Paladin, human paladin. Oh, this place got real busy in a hurry. What levels are they? 40, 40. Let's... You guys waiting for Dark Rider. Thanks, peeps. Dashron also is in our group and probably wants might. More powerful spell, okay. So the other pally has improved blessing of might. Well, I suppose I could at least give him wisdom. So he has something. For me, this game is very relaxing. I don't think the raids are very relaxing. They're fun, but I wouldn't describe them as relaxing. But whenever I'm out here just questing in the world and getting stuff done out here, it's like a rhythm I get into that I would put it kind of on par with, like, if you've ever run on the treadmill, you know, for like duration. You're not really running for speed necessarily, but you're not jogging either. And if you're on it long enough, you get into kind of like this zone. So it's not necessarily easy and chill and relaxed what you're doing, but you enter a zone where your breathing gets in sync. Your mind is just really kind of blank, you know, and you're in like a mechanical rhythm almost between the body movements of your arms and legs and your breathing. It's all synced up. And that's kind of, ironically, the same kind of feeling that I get with World of Warcraft. It's that kind of a synergistic, sort of zoned in feeling. And it has the effect of, I guess, giving me comfort vibes. Me and my brother have both decided we hate that word, but can't avoid using it somehow. It is descriptive. It helps communicate what you're trying to say. We just think it sounds a little bit fruity, you know. For us, we don't really we don't swing that way, you know. So it's goofy sounding to us, but it communicates what you know. It paints the picture. I'm going to scan over here a little bit because it did say that he spawned in this section. So I just wanted to check real quick. Even though we got the corpse right here. I should put Righteous Fury on because the other guy, I'm pretty sure with that improved might, he's likely Ret, which is fine. Like with Paladin, you can kind of tank as whatever, but I have a feeling that I'm more survivable with my spec. It would depend on gear. I don't know what his gear is like. Oh, there he is. We probably both have Righteous Fury up. Either that or he's very well geared and he's yanking threat. I don't know which. It could be either one of those. See if anybody else going to the Barrens. Doesn't look like it, so we will leave group. They are going down to Duskwood. Okay. Get away from these guys. Check the map. I am headed the right way. I guess I could have looked at my mini-map. Alrighty then. Another one down. Let's make sure I did get that. That would be terrible if I didn't. I did. I'll vendor trash here also. Mommy Gothic.
How are you?
Mammy, I think is how it was pronounced. Mammy Gothic, yeah. Raptor hide. Just vendor all this stuff. Keep the iron ore. Okay.
Safe travel. Where would you like to fly to?
Let's fly to Menethil Harbor.
See you later.
So this is found not far from Ratchet. At 5236. Then it tells us we got to go to Desolus. and then the Badlands, and then I'm done for this rune. And I'll have one more to get. What's the other rune that I need? I think it's improved Sanctuary Aura. This one. Oh, it's for the head. So it's not that. What am I missing? Oh. Is it the one I have to buy from the Azeroth Trading Company, or was... I think that was Beacon of Light, and I got that already. I have Aegis, I have Divine Storm, I have Horn of Lordaeron, I have Seal of Martyrdom, Beacon of Light, Crusader Strike, Hand of Reckoning, Avenger's Shield. I think... Aegis... Yes. Divine Sacrifice, yes. Exorcist, Inspiration Exemplar, Rebuke, Enlightened Judgments. Let me make sure about that. Yes, I do have it. I got that recently. I'm working on Infusion of Light. Sheath of Light I have. Guarded by the Light I have. Sacred Shield, yes. Yeah, I got that recently. The Art of War, yeah, I have it. It's required for Shakadins. I've got it. There it is. Improved Sanctuary and Wrath. Well, both of those are new. Both of those are new, so what am I missing? Okay, I have to do this the slow way. Let's first go and make sure we're in position to catch the boat. That's a Paladin group up. Okay. Sheath of Light. Confirmed. Mark is done. These are all new. Let's make sure phase 3, phase 3, phase 3, phase 3, phase 3, phase 3, phase 3. Okay. Infusion of Light. I'm working on it. Art of War. Confirmed. Sacred Shield. Confirmed. Guarded by the Light. Confirmed. Enlightened Judgments. Confirmed. Beacon of Light. Confirmed. Divine Sacrifice. Oh, I think that's the one I'm missing. Martyrdom, Storm, Laura Aegis, Enlightened Judgments, Sheath of Light, Inspiration Exemplar, Avenger Shield, Exorcist Rebuke, Sacred Shield, Art of War, Guarded by the Light, Beacon of Light, Crusader Strike, Hand of Reckoning. That's the one I'm missing. And that's the one I have to do the quests for. It's kind of expensive. For me. Like, I'm not good at raising gold, so... Exorcist done. Avenger's Shield done. Divine Storm done. Seal of Martyrdom done. Hand of Reckoning done. Horn of Lordaeron done. Rebuke done. Inspiration Exemplar, done. Aegis, done. Crusader Strike, done. $52.36. Okay. There are 4 pallies here. Why is everybody getting excited about Paladin? I haven't really been able to find anything on YouTube that a couple here and there, but like tier lists or things, or even dedicated videos to Paladin to find out how people are anticipating Paladin will be doing in Phase 3. And that son of a gun's right on top of us, so normally that stuff's available, but I haven't seen very much at all. The little bit that I have seen, I've seen one guy get a little bit excited and another guy that was like, man, I was really hoping for some other stuff. So I don't really know what to think about Pally. And you can compare that to Warrior, where most people who play Warrior look like they're excited about it. You know, so there's a compare and contrast there. But I don't have enough data points. I did more damage than Paragor. So he must have held threat better than I did, because he was ripping it from me a lot. $25, he's well balanced. 25% attack, 23% Crusader, just call it 24%, 20% Exorcism, 17% Divine Storm, and then the Judgment of Command came in at about 14%. And for me, 33, call it 34% was from attack, 19% from Exorcism, 17% from Seal of Martyrdom, 15% from Consecration, 8% from Holy Shock, and 8% from Crusader Strike. And I did 137 DPS to him. Once I finish this rune, I'm going to switch to the Warrior. Because this rune, I need it potentially as a Shakaden. It's tailored for a Shakaden. With my build, I don't really use it, but I don't know what Phase 3 will be like. This goes into the belt slot, and for the build that I'm using, Sheath of Light I really need that one. Dealing damage with your melee weapon increases your spell power by an amount equal to 30% of your attack power for 1 minute. In addition, your crit healing spells heal the target for 60% of the healed amount over 12 seconds. So it could be, I'll have to experiment with it. It could be that whenever I'm going offensive based or maybe even tank based, this infusion of light might be better. It might be, but the improved spell power will affect everything, whereas infusion of light really only affects Holy Shock, I believe.
Where would you like to fly to?
Oh, I don't want to fly anywhere. Yeah, I do. I want to go to Ratchet. Yeah.
Where would you like to fly to?
To Ratchet.
See you soon.
Infusion of Light increases the damage done by your Holy Shock by 20%. and your damaging crit strikes with Holy Shock reset the cooldowns on Holy Shock and Exorcism, and refund the cost of Holy Shock. So it is really confined to Holy Shock, but it does a lot for you. So I'll have to play around with those and see which one's better for creating and holding threat as a tank. Now, I told you I got this spec from my guildie, and that included Sheath of Light. I think there's a reason that he took Sheath of Light, and he says you use that with every build on a paladin. And I have a feeling it has to do with consecration. If I'm going to tank and I want to hold threat, Sheath of Light will affect concentration with that plus 30%. Consecration with that plus 30% spell power. And Fusion of Light will not. Sheath of Light will affect Exorcism. It'll affect Seal of Martyrdom. So I think I already know the answer, but I want to have this stuff in my inventory anyway. And I want to play around with it myself and see how it works out for me. Okay, 5236 is what I'm aiming for. Yeah, man, there's paladins all over the place. A lot of them. And if I had to guess, with us being right on top of Phase 3, it's everybody prepping their pally for Phase 3. It makes me think that people are excited about Paladin. And I don't know. You know, for me, I'm going to have to find out the old-fashioned way and just try it out. I've only healed once on a Paladin in my entire life, and that was just a couple days ago. Not even, it was yesterday. I think it was yesterday. I have run past the area, haven't I? What am I looking for? 5236. I'm at 58. 58. 39. 57. That's a long ways to run. Okay, 56. 55. 54. 53. We are so close. Okay, 52. And then south. This doesn't seem like where I got it before. Not even close. This is over by Wayland Caverns. 40. Okay, so it's north. 39. 38. 37. I need to get back to 52. 36. It says it's right around here. I don't remember it being close to this. Maybe I'm wrong. I only did this one other time. Got a gnome warlock. Level level 36. He could be looking for it also. I'll have to watch it. No, I think he's on his way to Wailing Caverns. Or, yeah, more likely RFD, actually. I better put into general chat. I don't want to ninja it from somebody, and I don't want to get it ninja'd from me. I think I remember being close to this tree when I did this on my warrior. What? How dare you, sir? Okay. I'm kind of wondering about these coordinates. I don't think they're wildly off, but they could be a little bit off like they were in Arathi Highlands. So I'm going to look this up. Infusion of Light Rune. And see if I can find instructions on another website. This guide will cover how to get. Okay. Barons. Oh, that one says 5236 also. Wowhead. Paladin Class Rune Guide. $52.36. Okay, so everybody agrees. I'm moving north, and that's going to take me to 35. Okay. If I move east, I go from 51 to 52. Right here. This little patch of ground, I think. think this is where I fought him on my warrior with the group that I was running with. Okay, well, tell you what, guys, let's switch over to the warrior and play him over at Scarlet Monastery for a little bit. I'm kind of testing him. I'm trying to learn how to tank also. But I just got my two-hander and I'm trying to see how much of a difference that makes. I've only run it once. But maybe by the time I come back here, he'll be up. Maybe I should take him to exactly 5236. There we go, right there. Okay, so currently I have my tank gear on, but I don't know, I'm nervous about it, like, because I have to learn how to do it, and I don't even know why, man, it seems stupid and silly to me, but for whatever reason, when it comes to tanking and healing, I hate to learn that in pugs. I want to do it with guildies. But that's not an option right now. And then I don't want to wait for phase 3 when we will be doing a lot of that stuff. I want to be ready for phase 3. So that means I kind of have to force myself out of my comfort zone and to go ahead and just give it a shot. I mean, I can start at low levels of SM. Maybe do that first, you know. I think I will. But that I recognize enough of what's going on to know that's a psychological issue. That's a hang up that I have. So I need to like willpower myself over that, right? Not just accept that, well, this is just how I am. No, that's BS. That's a weak position to take. And I think that I can overcome this. I think that I should be able to, like, this is a video game, man. I shouldn't be sweating anything like that. So that's what I'm going to do. But initially, I am going to test DPS. Why is my phone making noises at me? So yeah, I wanna. Can I equip while I'm on flight? Yes, it looks like I can. Okay. So I'll show you my gear and then show you my spec. So this is my DPS stance. I am arms. I've got the Raging Berserker's helm, the Nomuragon Peace Officer's torque, the Trog Slayer pauldrons, the Drape of Dismantling, and I hate this, but I have to wear leather. I have the insulated chest guard, formal white shirt, guild tabard, Chittering Beetle clasps. I need an upgrade there. The machinist gloves. Actually, outside of Nomuragon, it's better for me to wear Scrubby gauntlets. So I've got those. Power assisted lifting belt. Insulated leg guard, so I get the 2-piece off that. Improves your chance to get a crit strike with all spells and attacks by 1%. Cavern Deep Sabatons. Silverlane's Family Seal. And Band of Deep Places with really only one functional trinket, plus 10 shadow resist, plus 18 attack power. I've got Falco's Sting as my, what I can pull with. It gives me plus 8 agility. And then I have Thermoplug's Rocket Cleaver. I just got this a couple days ago. Like yesterday, actually. Okay, close. Got a message response. All right. Let's see. Go to battle stance. Let's see. Melee attack power at 203, power at 560, leading to damage unbuffed. Well, I do have the Nomuragon buff on of 116.8. Over here, 202 strength, 114 agility, 175 on stamina, 1,822 armor. So what I'll do is I want to reset all data here. I want to join looking for group. I want to bring up my bulletin board add-on. Go to settings, add-ons, vanilla filter, untick armory, unselect everything in TBC. There we go. Doggone it, did I get another message? Hold on. All right. Ba 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 ba. Where's that road at? Another message. All right. Come back up here, reselect. Bulletin board. Not that. Click the wrong thing. There we go. Bulletin board. Darn it. Why is it still showing me armory? Unselect all. Unselect armory. Okay, there's no like confirmation button or anything. That should do it. Okay, there we go. So somebody's looking, what is it? Heals is looking, tank, they're looking for a tank. Looking for healer. Priest heals. Okay, so I'll just leave it up here and I'll scan this while I'm writing in and see if I find anybody looking for DPS. And then if I don't find anything, then I'll start advertising myself once I get to SM. This group here that I just whispered is looking for a tank and DPS. So I got the invite for DPS. So I just let them know I don't, that I'm pretty close and I don't need any gear. And I can leave looking for group. What we got here? We got 2 mages. I can't tell what kind of druid. He's got an intellect buff on him. This is the healer. Yeah. That's what I'm guessing. So we got a druid healer. He is level 40. Couple 38 mages. Skybox was kind of wigging out there for a little bit. Oh, I didn't show you my spec. Basic arms spec, I believe. Improved heroic strike, improved rend. And then 5 of 5 to tactical mastery, improved overpower, anger management, deep wounds. 5 of 5 into the axe specialization, actually two-handed weapon specialization. 2 of 2 into impale, which leads to some big critical strike numbers. 5 of 5 into axe specialization, sweeping strikes. What did I give up over here? Yeah, nothing. And mortal strike. And that's it. Nothing in fury, nothing in prot. It is a full arms spec. And I picked this one because I had a level 60 warrior back in the day. But number one, I quit not terribly long after getting him to level 60. I also had a 60 paladin, and he was even closer to the time I quit. So I don't have a lot of time spent on either warrior or paladin. And then number two, the time I do have spent on them, it wasn't raid stuff. It was, I don't even think it was dungeon stuff. On my paladin, I remember learning to tank. I was starting to learn how to tank. There was another guy in my guild that was a pally tank, and he was teaching me. So that must have been in a dungeon of some sort, but I don't remember where. I'm almost positive it was not a raid. So most of that time was spent in just world PvE, you know? So I've been learning pretty much from scratch on this character, and I felt like arms was easier to learn on. So that's what I've been. I haven't messed with Fury at all. All right, here we go. Throw that slam, bro. Why are you not slamming? Oh, shite. Guys, I forgot to swap my runes out. Okay, so I'm gonna have to do that. Shoot, real quick, it's flagellation. On the waist, it is precise timing. On the legs, it's frenzied assault. On the feet, rallying cry. And on the hands, endless rage. Now we're ready to cook. Defender or sorcerer. Go after sorcerer. I've not gone to Zerker yet. That's because on the next pull, I want to get sweeping strikes up. I led with 216. I should be leading with the kind of gear I have, so it's not me bragging. I'm just watching. Where are the others at? There are no others. Okay, so it's a single target pool. $220 on that engagement. Some people might be tempted to jump ahead of this tank, but you never know what people are going through. Maybe he's learning, you know? And tanking is hard. So here we're going to pop sweeping strikes. So what I don't want to do is I don't want to frazzle him. I want him to take his time, learn what he's doing. Or if he's confident with what he's doing, just let him practice, you know. But he's the tank. He dictates the pace. I don't jump out ahead of my tanks. Sometimes I do. And when I do, I get onto myself for it because I know what that is. That's me trying to parse. It's me getting overzealous. I'm jumping ahead of the gun. It's a complete breakdown of internal self-discipline, which I think is, I get upset with myself about that. If I can't control myself, that's embarrassing. You know, if you don't have impulse control, are you even really human, or are you more animal? That's how I think of it for myself. I'm not really trying to judge anybody else. Go ahead and throw a cleave out. I had 238 on that one. I felt like I could have done better. Let's go ahead and swap over to battle stance. Let him cast. Charge in now. I haven't. Oh, I was going to say I have an Overwatch available, but it went away. We killed the guy. So I had 276 on that one. Get commanding shout back up. Get sweeping strikes up. Dream Slayer, huh? Bind when equipped. I know lots of people roll need on that because everybody needs the AH. I don't really know exactly what the etiquette is, so I just always stick to greed. There's probably a reason that I'm consistently low money. You know, but I play the game for fun. I don't know. That's not true. The thing going on there has to do with personality. Some people have natural instincts for making cash, and some people like to give stuff away. You know, you need both. I forgot about that self-healing for the lock. It's pretty substantial. Okay. He wants, what is that? What class is that? Centurion. I'm using this to build rage. To get both my shouts up. Yeah, that it's a good group. See, everybody's being conciliatory towards the tank. Like, do what you're comfortable with, man. We know things ain't easy. Well, I'm gonna get sweeping strikes up. What did I get to there? 260. The mage got up there at 334. Nice. He finally got a pack that he could AoE. I need to prioritize that mage. I know that. There we go. That mage does big damage, makes things hard on the healer. Okay. I see the marked target. Let's see if a group comes here. It's just one. Ah, okay. Whirlwind, slam. I was able to get a slam on sweeping strikes as well. Overpower, which I have it macroed so that it swaps me between battle stance and berserker stance. So you can see I have it on my bar and I'm in berserker stance. This sends me into battle stance, and then over in the battle stance one I'll cast it. Sorry, let me finish this. When I'm in the battle stance, I'll cast the overpower, and it'll shift me back over into berserker stance. And I have a weak aura add-on that will pop the overpower icon over the head of the target that did it, and I have built into my macro that I can mouse over onto that target and hit that target also. I don't really tend to use it that way, but it's there. Is that a mage? That's a monk. Yeah, okay, so take down the chaplain first. Oh, we have a bit of a larger group here. Let's switch over here. Mouse. Okay, there we go. Sweeping strikes. Okay, what did I do there? 217. Mike got 230. Untarget that dude. There we go. I had a guy over. I had one of these guys targeted. Might as well renew my shouts. And I'm in berserker stance, so there we go. So I stance there and got the overpower in, and I think I had sweeping strikes up, which meant that the overpower hit both targets. Oh yeah, you can see 349 on that exchange. Now these are the things that I'm not very consistent at, and that's why I'm a mid. I'm a mid warrior, but I have gear. $258 on that one. Got some good heals. Keep commanding shout up. Help the healer. Okay, so I felt like I did good there. Once I heard that AoE go off, I knew we had a mage, so I tab targeted and prioritized the mage. I can tell with my own progression how it's kind of worked for me, because I get to a point where in my brain I know I'm supposed to do this. But I think that I'm so busy mentally managing some other things and looking at different stuff that I don't actually do it. And so then the next point of progression for me is whenever I'm able to actually do what my brain is telling me, you need to prioritize this, you know? I think that was my guy making the AoE sound that time. Yeah, because these were two chaplains. Okay. How did I do? 325. Yeah, pretty good. goes. Well, that's our guy, I think. Somebody silenced him. I'm not sure who. Do mages get a silence? Maybe the warlock does, actually. It might be in his tree. $263 for me on that one. We got a monk, an abbot, a champion, and another monk, I think. Oh, I'll get this guy first. Oh, wizard. Yeah, good call, tank. Just get him so we can all focus fire him down. That was a good move by the tank. I don't know if he did it that way on purpose, but that worked out. Okay, I want that chaplain or abbot. I want to get sweeping strikes going. My DPS kind of plummeted there at the end because I kept shouts up. Wizard, chaplain. Champion, we want to kill the wizard. Okay, wizard down, excellent. Go ahead and put a hamstring on that guy. Just in case. Hamstring him. Move over. Oh, I couldn't quite get the overpower, but we nuked him anyway. Read on everything. So you can see I crit pretty often. I hit very hard. Right, so it's down to execution on my end. I've got the gear, I've got the setup, everything. All right. There is a wizard. There he is. Oh, I didn't get the pummel. Wizard down. That group died pretty quick. I felt like as a party we did well on that one. I should have pummeled that, and I did not. Oh, I got a new record. 31.24 seconds. All right. Wait for it.
They must be
Oh, there we go. Okay. $336 DPS on that boss. That's not bad. I'm getting a little bit of delay. Okay, she slept us. Yeah, I'm showing yellow down here. So.
Arise, my champion.
At your side, milady.
Sweeping strikes up. Taking too long to get all my stuff going. My DPS might suffer. Got another record. And 140 DPS there. I'm pretty sure it was higher on the other stuff. I need this on my paladin really bad. All right. So if I come over here and break this down by fight. So 140 on the last one, I led the team. 116, I led the team. 223, I led the team. 340, I led the team. Uh-oh. Hey, we get a green out of it. And 192. So, and again, with my kind of gear, I should be leading the team, absolutely. But I'm checking to confirm that I did. If I should be, then I need to be up on top, right? So, and analyzing my own performance. So, I don't have any enchants. I won't have any because this phase is pretty much done. So I'll go into leveling in the next phase. But now, let's leave party and put tank gear on, and I will try and do an SM library. I have never tanked on warrior. I don't think I have. Or if I have, I DPS tanked with a two-hander. So I'm going to try and do this in defensive stance with an arms spec with sword and shield. I don't know how it's going to go. We'll find out. But I'm going to put that ring on because it gives me 16 stamina. I'm going to put on my hazard breastplate, my hazard leg plates, my machined alloy shoulder plates. I'm going to keep Scrubby gauntlets on, equip my electrocutioner's needle, and equip my Aegis of the Scarlet Commander. I need to swap my runes. So I could go Warbringer, and I played around with that a little bit. But I believe what I found was that Flagellation was better. So I have that equipped already. On the waist, I like to use Focused Rage. If I was Fury and producing a whole lot more rage, maybe I wouldn't. I would probably stay with Precise Timing. Well, if I was Fury, I might actually go Blood Surge. But I am not, so I won't. Legs, I don't think... Well, this one's not applicable because it's only for two-handers. And I'm not in love with either one of these. Again, if I was Fury, maybe this one. But between the two, I go ahead and go Furious Thunder. And I think I heard that they improved it a little bit. So it deals additional threat. It's AoE. I think it'll help, you know, if I remember to cast it. On the feet, I've heard that all three of these are good. You can kind of pick what you want, because even the Enraged Regeneration healing produces AoE threat. But I believe I will go with Intervene. Even though it's very likely I won't use it. For me, because I'm used to it, it could be that Rallying Cry is the best one. It acts as kind of a last stand. But we're probably not going to have any issues. I don't know. I got to get the pulls right, but my level and my gear leave a lot of room for forgiveness. And then, absolutely, without a doubt, no questions asked, Devastate. I am arm spec. Again, if I was Fury, maybe single-minded Fury would work better. Not just Fury, but Fury dual wielding, I think is what it would have to be. But I kind of tested it out between Endless Rage and Devastate, and whenever I equipped Endless Rage, I also tried going with both Focused Rage and Precise Timing. So I tested a few different things out, and I found, now this was just against solo mobs, but I found that Devastate was the clear-cut winner, at least in DPS. But you're also applying Sunders, so it helps the whole raid. I think that Devastate, it is difficult for me to see how Devastate's not the answer here, if you're doing sword and board. So I am set up. It looks like I have 187 strength, 100 agility, 210 stamina, 4,461 armor. I'm sitting at 2,569 health. And I am doing, with a few buffs on me, 78.7 DPS. All right, so a little bit nervous. I am. But remember, I'm trying to overcome some self-inflicted, like, psychological stuff going on that I think is nonsense and should not be there. So I'm dealing with that also. Let's pop open looking for group and go to settings and dial this down from cathedral to library. Okay, so here's somebody looking for tank. I can tank. Well, that was fast. I kind of forget which one is library. I think I want to say it's this one here. But my team, Frigid, Ilulu, Primo. Okay, here's Frigid. Okay, it's this one. Okay. Okay, here we go. Okay, that up, that up. And I want Sunder armor over here on Q. Okay. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. I can't seem to target him. I was in a really weird spot. So see, I'm super nervous. Things aren't going good, in my opinion. Okay, I know enough to tab over and get Sunders here. So that's working well. There we go. Okay, I want to taunt you. Throw revenge. I've heard that revenge is your priority. Well, really 5 Sunders is priority. Okay, doing good. Revenge. I need to get my weak horse set up for this too. I'm not set up. Okay. Tab target. Tab target. Taunt. Okay. keep my shouts up. Okay, he's down. Let's see, I think I can afford to go to battle stance. Okay. Let's get the medal. Get off of my rogue, son. Probably a good point for me to intervene, but it would be, we appear to be doing okay. Okay, well, the team's still alive. That's another thing. I'm not really exactly sure how to gauge how I'm doing outside of everybody's alive. And I need to remind myself to watch my healer's mana. It's going to be a Lulu. And a Lulu, it is not a Lulu. It's Dr. Bean. Okay. Dr. Bean. I need to watch my healer's mana. So you're going to get a lot of talking from me guys, because I think out loud. And especially if I'm already narrating, I'm in the mode.
Release the hounds!
Okay. Taunt. He really stayed on the rogue. That's my bad. I needed to really establish threat on the boss. Okay. AoE tanking is really the territory of the paladin. I think I missed that shield slam. Come on. Okay. We're doing okay-ish. I mean, we're alive, but I think my group is pulling. They're really taking care of a lot of stuff. Oh, I taunted a dead person. Alright, druid's off tanking. I stopped the mana burn. I feel good about that. I feel good about it because it's not me just panicking and hitting a bunch of buttons. It's me understanding what's going on. Okay. Okay. Let's see, I've got something to loot back here. I don't know if that shield's good for me. I'm not sure if I can build rage. Boy, Thunderclap takes a lot of rage. Couldn't get that mana burn. Okay, healer looks good to go. Okay, I'm using threat plates. That's kind of new for me. But I know if it's green, I believe that means I have aggro. Yes. Build aggro a little bit. I need to be watching my threat meter. That will tell me whether or not I can afford to build up rage. See, I'm getting better as I go. There's a lot of stuff that I've been taught, and now I just need to put it into practice, so it kind of comes to mind as I'm doing things. Oh, that's my mouse over. I think my Sunder armor is set for mouse over, so even though I had this guy targeted as he ran away, I was able to throw Sunders on the guy near. So let me see if... Oh yeah, that's exactly how it's working. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. And I saw the plate go green. Which meant that I established aggro on him. Threat plates is something. I was using plater, but the guy that has taught me a lot about pally tanking and pallies in general also told me to get threat plates. And it has worked very well so far. Okay. Now I just want to beat on them. And build my own rage. For stuff like this. Okay. I'm not sure if I lost threat on that monk. That's why I was trying to check and see. To see how long I'm able to maintain. Get 2 sunders on each. Taunt him. Let's establish aggro on this guy because he's taking a lot of heat. Okay, that's getting better. I bet my team can feel that too. I bet they can tell. Like especially the rogue. Okay, I'm gonna build rage. Okay. My damage is not as high on the threat meter as I would like. Let's go right here. Ooh, that's a big drop. Okay, this is a red bar, so I do not have aggro on him. Here's a red bar. There we go, I've established aggro. I think I have aggro on both, so now I want to build rage. Okay. I'm not good yet, but I'm better than I started out as. Okay. Waiting on priest.
You will not defile these mysteries. Burn in righteous fire.
Down he goes. Got another record. I led in DPS on that one. So that helps a lot with the threat. Um, Here it is. So the only real way that I have to measure that is to go back and watch it on this recording. So I'm looking up, I'm at the 251 mark. So we probably started this around 225 or something. So again, no enchants on this equipment. It's not all head to toe best in slot, but I got several best in slot pieces. So I've got the stuff. I just need to work on it. Hey, Ambork, how are you? Ambork says you have that old school WoW commentary voice. Thanks, man. I don't know if that's a compliment insult or not, but it is what it is. All right, so Dr. Bean says thank you, and appreciate it. And I'm going to leave party. And now I'm going to check whether or not that Dark Rider is near my pally again. No, that's funny, Hamburg. Yeah. All right, so grab the pally, and I'm working on the infusion of light rune. I have 2 more runes to get on this guy before phase 3 starts. And I am right in the spot he should be in. I assume there must be a guy nearby here. Oh yeah, there he is. There he is. Nice. Let's see, I want to have... Looks like I already have that active. Okay, let's grab aggro. Okay, I'm gonna heal myself. He's going down. Perfect.
Hooray!
Thanks, bud. All right, so we can leave that group. He already did. And the next thing to go to then is Desolus. Looks like he's at 6525 and Desolus. I have that flight path. So that worked out really well. I swapped to the warrior. I got some experience on the warrior and got to kind of test out some things. Came right back to the pally and bam, I've got a teammate and the target right there as soon as I log in. I don't think it gets any better than that. That was great timing. Oh, someone in my guild. I don't know if he's being facetious or not, but you know how earlier I was talking about how I hadn't found a whole lot of opinions on YouTube or anything about how Paladin's going to be next phase? One of the pallies in my guild says Rep Pally's #1 next phase. I don't know the context. He could be being sarcastic. I'm not sure. But this guy's kind of knowledgeable. Of course, from my perspective, where I'm at, everybody in my guild is knowledgeable.
Money, friend.
Oh, I'm suffering quite a bit of lag here. Let's... Not Stone Talon, not Astronar. Desolus.
Right back.
Yeah, that's a lot of lag. That's a big lag spike. I hope this clears up soon. I don't even normally I have a timer up here. So there's weird things going on. Maybe I can reload my UI. Hopefully that doesn't kill me. Since I'm on a Griffin, I don't know if that would play a role or not. No, I'm red. Red and yellow. I forget what these... I have two numbers here to look at. Frames per second, network status, memory usage. Okay, my frames are fine. So it's... I guess network status and memory usage. 734 milliseconds and 581 milliseconds. Maybe that's like 734.2 their server and 581 on the bounce back to me. Oh, there it is. Realm latency is 734. Game latency is 581. What's the difference between those two? Realm latency, in parentheses, home. That must be me, where I'm at. And game latency is the server latency. Everything's red now. Hopefully this will clear up by the time I get there. I don't have any knowledge whatsoever on how to make good gold in this game. But one of the guys that was in our... I don't even know if he's still in our guild because I can't remember his name. But he had joined the guild recently. And he knows a lot. Like, I guess he used to be a gold farmer. I don't know, because I only kind of talked with him briefly, so I'm fuzzy on the details of what I'm remembering, but he mentioned this add-on right here, TSM. I think it stands for Trade Skill Manager, and it's helped me put stuff up, so like stuff that I find in Nomuragon that I'm not going to use myself and I can sell it. It helps me put things on the AH. It'll break stacks down to single ones if I want it to, so I don't have to do that myself. And I guess it makes what seems to me to be a tedious and arduous process somewhat doable, and I've been able to make a little bit of money compared to what I normally do. But I'm not running it in the background on my computer right now, so that's why it's kind of yelling at me saying, hey man, this thing's not, we have old prices and I can't access the background program that scans for new prices. Yeah, we still got a ways to go. We gotta get all the way through Mulgore. Should just have two more places, Desolus and... Oh no, my bad. Oh no, the Badlands. Yeah. Desolus and the Badlands. And then I'll be done with this one. And all that will leave is the one that I have to spend money to get all the materials for and do like 3 quests for that dude in Ratchet. And I might just leave that one alone, because I'm going to want... I think I'm going to want to have cash available as Phase 3 gets started. I don't know. Everybody says to do that. And I think the reason they're doing that is because they go to the AH to buy equipment, and I don't. I don't knock anybody for doing that. But to me, part of the excitement of the game is building your character up through playing the game and getting drops off of things. So I really kind of don't like to go to the AH and buy something that somebody else got to drop for them. It robs me of some of the feeling of my character leveling up in the world. You know, I'm trying to immerse into the world and be like, what would it be like if I was... It's not if I was this character, but like if I was reading a book about a character. I don't want that to happen through the auction house. I want it to happen through adventuring. So that's how I'm situated internally, and therefore I don't really tend to use the AH. I will use it whenever I get to end game, and it's time for me to be geared up to help my guild out and not be a boat anchor. At that point in time, if I've got, I don't know, no rings, then, and you can get a decent one for like 2 gold on the auction house, then that's whenever I'll go and I'll buy some gear. I guess leveling up, now that I think about it. That can get quite expensive, buying talents, buying abilities. And especially with multiple characters. Man, this latency is still pretty terrible. It's pretty terrible. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put you on the be right back screen, and then I'm going to bounce back. I'm going to reset this. All right, so I will be right back. Okay, waiting for the picture to pop back in. Yep, and that worked. That's exactly what I needed to do. I had to just quit out of the game and reestablish connection to the server. All right, so once again, Decimus, we're going to 6525. Where's that at? 51, 55, 65. Ooh, that's way up here. Okay, right around here. Oh, that's close to me. Okay, I thought I was going the opposite direction. Yes, I do remember that actually now. I've done this on my warriors, so I know the general area. $67.15. We gotta move this direction. Now we got all kinds of stuff over here. 23, 24, 25. It was 65.25, right? Yeah, so I'm at 64.26. 60, 65. Turn south. 27, so turn north. Okay, right around here. Obviously, that's an elite I don't want to tangle with. Let's try inviting. And here's our guy. Get that up. Okay, I'm gonna cast a heal. There we go, we got Zomi in here. Zomi's gonna do some big damage. Oh, I need to heal. Okay. Alrighty, so the last place I need to go is the Badlands. So I will simply hearth. This will take me to Iron Forge. I'm starting to think that maybe Blessing of Wisdom is better because it's applicable at all times over Blessing of Light. What are my other options here? Blessing of Protection, yeah. So it's either Light, Wisdom, or Might. And I think Wisdom is working out best for me. Okay, we're gonna head for the Badlands to get the last, I guess, charm that I need for this rune.
Hi.
Watch your back.
Oh, there's the buff.
The Wildhammer dwarves might have fast steeds, but can those airy pink griffins
I
stand the
want
heat
to go
of
here
the
to
great
Thelsamar.
forge? I think not.
Okay, so for the Barrens, nope, the Badlands, it's 5854. I think this, yeah, never mind. I was thinking of something else. 5854. So I think my mage friend here was healing. I believe he was providing at least some healing. Because I kind of waffle stomped him on DPS, and that's not normal. Maybe he's lower level. He could be. We're just a little bit over the 3-hour mark. That's kind of that tends to be where I cut it off for streaming, but I want to finish this rune before I drop streams, so we'll do that. And then I think I need to go and practice healing and tanking tonight on my paladin in Scarlet Monastery. Because I'm not very good at that yet. I don't know if I'm terrible. So like I healed for the first time in my entire life, including whenever I was playing WoW back in the day, on a paladin. Now I used to heal before I was a priest, but my first crack at it was yesterday. Now granted, we're all, well, I was level 40 and then everybody else was on their ults. I ran with my guild and we went and we did BFD. So that was like my first attempt at healing anything ever on a paladin was in a raid environment. And I did okay, but there's a lot of room for improvement, a lot. I got to find out what the heck is going on with my pally power here. I don't think it's doing anything wrong. I think I'm not quite sure what I'm looking at because it operated differently than I've seen it operate whenever I go into dungeons. It didn't populate, you know, this whole bar didn't fill up or anything, so I don't really know what was going on. I need to find out about that. It used to be that I didn't need this at all because I just had mouse over macros. So I could just buff everybody just by clicking on their portrait or something. It was great. I still have mouse over macros for my heals. But because I want to have this ability to hold shift and switch what blessings I'm throwing, I've not been able to find a way to combine those two functions. You can have either or the other, you know, but not both. Not from what I've seen. 58, 54. Okay, 51. 58-ish. 54. Okay, somewhere down here. I want to break this way. Was around here. Okay. $54, 49, 55, 56, 52, 53, 54. Okay, correct. My orientation. Darn it. 56. 63, 64. I'm going the wrong way, definitely by far that way. So I need to veer off to my right, I think. Yes. There's 58. Now just travel north. Who's this guy? These guys might be here for what I'm looking for. Accept. Okay. Need to wait for judgment to come due. There we go. Okay, so I've got Judgment of Wisdom on. Now it's time for me to heal myself. Sweet. Yeah, we laid into that one. There we go. I got a jet. So that was really You know, I think it sucks when that happens. There's not a good workaround on it. What happened is we had another party of 2 come up to us. And Cuck's here. That's what he called himself? Oh, that's funny. All right, buddy. I'm sorry. I don't mean to laugh so hard. It's just, bruh. Okay. But he was the party leader, and he tried to invite them, but because they were in a party, he couldn't. And then we dropped him, the Dark Rider, before they could break up party and get invited individually. So it really is too bad, because it's like a 10-minute wait for the respawn, and 10 minutes is a long time to stand around doing nothing, you know. But everybody goes through it. I've been through it. Everybody has. But we got all the things, so now it's down to Dead Man's Pass. Turn this thing in, get the rune, and we'll be good. Yeah, again, I was top DPS. That's always nice when you're trying to tank, which I am. That's why I have Righteous Fury up, because I can heal, and I feel like I'm well suited for it, right? It's less risky for me than it is for a Ret. But doing the most damage helps you establish and maintain threats. So as high up as you can get on that meter, to me, it kind of almost doesn't make sense. Like I always thought that tanks were about, in order to balance them out, because they're so survivable, they actually did low damage. But what they had was abilities that effectively tricks the mob into believing that you're the highest threat. But you're not literally the highest threat. It's the mage over here killing everything, averaging 643 DPS. You know, with just AoEing everything down. That's how I thought it was supposed to work. I don't even know how do you achieve balance in a game if you can have a class that is the most survivable and also does the most damage, right? So I don't know, but I know that as a tank, you want it. You want that. You want to be doing as much damage as you can, without sacrificing too much survivability. So it's sort of a yin-yang thing. But I like this spec for its flexibility. It's the reason I took it. It allows me to fill both of the critical roles that my guild would need, even within a raid environment, because all it is if it comes down to it, if you really get pushed, it's just actually a matter of swapping runes. But I carry all that gear with me, so you can't swap runes in combat, right? So if you're going to swap runes, you also have the ability to swap to your heal set, and I can go back and forth. Now, I said earlier in the stream, I can't main tank. I would have to be prot to do that. But I can very effectively off tank. So when it comes to a fight like Menagerie or something like that, I can fill an off tanking role while still doing very good healing. I'm also not the best healer. We've got a paladin healer who is spec'd for that purely, and she has 5 of 5 spiritual focus, gives your flash of light and holy light spells. What is that? 5 times 4 is 20, carry the 2, 5 times 1 is 5, 6, 7, so a 70% chance to not lose casting time when you take damage. That can be really helpful, especially whenever you couple it with concentration aura you're up over 100% chance of ignoring spell interruption when you take damage. And obviously I don't have that. She has improved Blessing of Wisdom. She gets 20% more out of her wisdom, which is significant. Place a blessing on the friendly target, restoring 20 mana every 5 seconds for 10 minutes. So 20%, that's 4, is it, so that it would kick it up to 24 mana? Maybe that's not so amazing, but it's every 5 seconds. I don't know if I did my math right there. But those two things are nice to have. Does she have this? I don't know if she has that, but I can practically guarantee she's got I know she has improved Blessing of Wisdom, and I assume she has Spiritual Focus. I'm not able to take them because I need strength for the tank side of things, and I need improved Seal of Righteousness because martyrdom benefits from that. So but you know, it's not a whole heck of a lot to give up in order to effectively be a little bit of a scuffed up version of a dual spec. Most of the time, to make a hybrid spec like this, you're having to give up some really serious stuff, one way or the other, right? In this case, you're either giving it up on the tank side or you're giving it up on the healer side. But somewhere you're making big sacrifices. And with this pally build that my guildie gave me, I think that you mitigate that strongly. And you're really only giving up moderately instead of giving up big. It's a like this one right here, namely. Getting that combination of completely ignoring spell interruption when being attacked is probably going to be the difference between a successful fight and a raid wipe in certain fights. But it's not constant, it's not all the time. And in fact, in a good deal of fights, I think if you're doing things right, your healer's really not getting hit at all. They might have to move around and reposition some or go hit buttons, but they're not really getting hit. So, I don't know. I like the spec. It seems to be doing pretty decently, but I got a lot of testing to do with it still. And that's what I'm going to be doing either tonight or maybe over the next few days, is just trying to run through SM everything as a healer sometimes and as a tank other times, and kind of just learn what the heck I'm doing. Because on day one for the guild, we're probably going to run some gnomers for levels, and then once that effectiveness is done and it's not giving us very much XP, we are going to be running 5-mans. We'll have multiple groups, and I want to be in a position to be able to help in the tanking and healing roles. It might not even be necessary. I don't know. And if I find out that I can tank with ramped up, I may just go that route, because ramped is just so much more better geared. So he would fill the role of DPS or tank. But right now I'm a little bit nervous about warrior rage generation as a tank. I know phase 2, they had a problem there. And I don't know how long it's going to take to get things like sword and board runes or gladiator stance or anything like that for the warrior once phase 3 drops. So that makes me a little bit like, maybe if I was a better player. But That'll all get decided as I continue to try and do some tanking with him in SM. And if I get to a point where I feel like I kind of know what I'm doing, I might just primary ramped up. He's going to be my primary anyway. There's no doubt. I've already made that decision. I was going to start with Trump in order to help the guild. I think I passed. I did. I think it's right here. Nope, here it is. I'm glad I saw that guy running out of there. So I was going to start out with Trump just to get us through the leveling process and then switch over to ramped.
Hey there. See you around. Have a good one. See you later. Safe travels. Have a good one. See you around. See you later. Safe travels. Have a good one. See you later. See you around. Safe travels. See you later. See you around. Safe travels. Have a good one. See you later.
All right. And there it is, infusion of light. Now I want to test this out because it's made for my spec. It's a Shakadan talent. It's just that I've been told by that pally guildie of mine, Sheath of Light. And I can see why. It makes a lot of sense, but man, this looks tempting. It increases the damage done by your Holy Shock by 20%, and your damage in critical strikes with Holy Shock reset the cooldowns on Holy Shock and Exorcism, and refund the cost of Holy Shock. Now you combine that, isn't there something in my talent tree that does something similar? Increased crit effect chance, blasts target or heals ally, increase amount. Okay, that's for healing. After getting a critical effect from your Flash of Light, Holy Light, or Holy Shock heal spell, it gives you a 100% chance to gain mana equal to the base cost of this. Nope, that's not what I was thinking. I thought there was something that reset these already that I had equipped. What do I have here? Art of War. I think that's it. Your melee crit strikes. So melee. Your melee crit strikes reset the cooldowns on Holy Shock and Exorcism. And the mana cost of Holy Shock and Exorcism is reduced by 80%. So if you were to couple that then with Infusion of Light, increases damage done by your Holy Shock by 20%, and your damaging crit strikes with Holy Shock reset the cooldowns on Holy Shock and Exorcism and refund the cost of Holy Shock. You're like running, it's an RNG thing, but you have the opportunity to double dip, and you're spamming some of the harder hitting insta-cast spells that the class has. You know, so it looks very interesting to me, but my buddy says it's clear cut. This one, dealing damage with your melee weapon increases your spell power by an amount equal to 30% of your attack power for 1 minute. That's going to affect everything that's a spell. Consecration is a spell, right? It's not a physical attack. Yeah. Martyrdom. It should be a spell. It's infusing your physical attack with magic. Right. So at any rate, it affects everything. You know, spell power just in general. And then in addition, your crit healing spells heal the target for 60% of the healed amount over 12 seconds. That's just nice. Alrighty then. Well, I am done for now, guys. That's about 3.5 hours, of streaming. So I don't know when I'll see you guys next. It's just kind of, I stream when I stream. And we'll see how it goes. But I had fun. And you can see what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to learn these characters and experiment with some different things and get them ready for Phase 3. I'm trying to learn how to tank. I'm trying to learn how to heal. I have some gear to get on the Paladin. My Warrior is pretty much good to go. For both specs, I guess I just did that over time. I have basically 2 sets of gear that are really good sets of gear for my Warriors. So I'm excited about that. And this thing kicks off on April 4th. So that's Thursday, I believe. Yeah, so I just have a few days to figure it out. But I'll let you go on that. Thanks for dropping by, anybody and everybody. Thank you for the comments. I hope you enjoyed this. Really, more importantly, and I say this with all my videos, but it's more important that I hope that everything is going well in your neck of the woods. It's a topsy-turvy world right now. A lot of stuff going on. A lot of stress to deal with. People got concerns, and they've got personal issues that they're dealing with, you know. And that's pretty much most of the population. So I wish you the best, and keep on keeping on, basically. You know, I wish I could say more than that. If things are dark in your shoes right now, if your life is not going so great, I don't have anything I can say that you haven't already heard before, except to just simply offer encouragement and let you know that nobody's walked in your shoes, but most people have been through similar hard-hitting circumstances. It may be a different flavor, it may be different stuff that they're dealing with, but the world keeps turning, and so can you. So I hope the best for you and getting the help that you need, or overcoming the things that are holding you back. But that's what life is about. Life is about hurling horrible circumstances at you, and then you need to respond to that. It's like a video game in that regard, right? You got things that you have to overcome. It's not easy street all the time. So best of luck to you. Happy Easter to everybody out there, and maybe I'll see you later this week. All right, take care, everybody.